Close your eyes. Imagine an ocean as far as the eye can see. You hear the waves crashing. You breathe in the damp, salty air. You can feel the light spray of water on your cheeks and forehead. You are high above the ocean, hovering in the thick, rolling clouds. There is nothing here, and yet you feel troubled. You sense you are missing something, calling out for help. You gaze down into the water as the ship comes into focus. You begin to descend downward to gain a clearer view of this ship on the stormy water. Down you go, closer to the ship. You see the people running around. You sense their fear. You move closer to the ship. You are worried for them. The ocean is fast and loud. The waves crash into the sides of the ship and knock everyone back. Within the ship, under the deck, there are women, children, and elderly people nestled in closely together. It is dark, but they can hear the men yelling from above. They can hear the fear and confusion in their voices. They don't know what to do. They might all die there. A small child looks down. They are in their mother's arms. They close their eyes and focus on the feeling of their mother's warmth surrounding them, despite the chaos all around. Her arms cover yours and you feel safe. She is your shield should something try to hurt or touch you. You don't even have to look or listen, only feel into the warmth. She will protect you from everything. You can relax. You can even fall asleep here. Back on the ship's deck, there is one leader, one captain. They were so strong and everyone believed in them, but they can do nothing now. They can only watch and pray that this ocean and her storm will not destroy anything. The water is cold. The light spray of cool, salty mist hits your cheeks and forehead again. You can hear the endless rhythmic sound of the waves crashing against the ship. Is this really how it ends? You are so strong and yet you can do nothing when it matters the most. Are you really nothing against the force of this planet and her ocean? How could a human strength ever compare to that of the ocean? Another wave hits you. You hear a loud sound very near you. The thick plank of wood next to you begins to crack. As you turn your head to look at it, the wood splinters and the solid beam splits into two. Thank goodness there is rope holding it together. Even in two pieces, the beam is still secure because of that thick, fibrous rope. You remember how much it hurt your hands to tighten that rope around that wooden beam when you were helping build this ship. That rope is strong and silent. It doesn't feel fear, even if the wood within its grasp should fall apart. It simply does what it's supposed to do until it no longer can. It'll be okay if the ship falls apart. This rope can fall into the water, slowly sinking below the storming ocean, and everything will be okay. There can be peace in whatever the ocean brings. Maybe we're not meant to change anything. The captain lifts their eyes away from the rope and the cracked plank of wood. They turn around and look at their crew on this ship, huddled behind you in fear. They are waiting for you to tell them what to do. You were so afraid before, afraid that you would let them down, that you would all die if you failed to protect this ship. Now, you don't feel any fear. You have let go of that fear, accepting the storm, accepting the panic all around you. You remember that piece of rope and how strong it was. You wonder if the rope was strong simply because it held no fear. It did not question the situation at hand. It just did what it was supposed to do. And when it could no longer do what it was supposed to, it still wasn't afraid. It allowed itself to be pulled somewhere else. It found new purpose. And somehow, thinking about how a simple rope's existence was, you feel strong again. You remember why these men followed you here, on this ship, even into this storm. Yes, this storm is cold and loud. It is strong winds. Make it hard for you to open your eyes. It pushes you back and it knocks you down. But still, these men and all these people decided to follow you, decided to come with you onto this journey. The more you try to fight this wind, you feel the strength in your arms fade. They go limp and even your legs can barely hold you up. You're fighting so hard to stay right here and stay strong, but you feel like this wind is your enemy. But how can nature be your enemy? How can this storm be your enemy? You came from nature. You are nature. You cause storms sometimes, just different kinds. Whenever you feel angry or upset or sad, those emotions crash around you. They affect everyone around you, just as the water. Just as these giant, heavy waves are crashing into the ship now. This storm is not your enemy. You are not being attacked by this storm. The storm doesn't even know that you're here or who you are. As you realize this, you stand up and look at the ocean below the railing off the ship. You look down and you see the soft white foam on the dark water. You realize that this storm is only doing its job too. You can decide how that storm will affect you. You soften your muscles a little and feel the wind move through you for once, no longer trying to push you down. You feel your feet sink into the ship a little and almost become one with it. You lean forward on your right leg and you feel the ship move a little forward to the right. You lean back on your left leg and the ship starts to turn left. You are guiding the ship now and it feels heavy and powerful. You observe the flow of energy and you take a step forward. You continue to move the ship with you. It rocks to the right when you step on your right foot with your weight. It leans to the left when you step down with your left foot and propel yourself forward. You arrive at the front of the ship. There is nothing but storming ocean before you. You continue to push down, yet allowing the energy from the ocean shooting up and flowing through the ship up to your legs and out your arms, moving the ship forward. You see a small white light on the horizon. The lighthouse? You've made it. The storm is moving behind you now, and all you can see is the small white dot of light in front of you. As you look at it, your eyes become relaxed, your breathing deepens, your muscles rest into themselves, feeling the peace flow through you just like the water. You no longer have to make the ship move forward with your legs. You let it follow your mind and your heart. You are drawn to this light. There is no storm in this light. You feel someone that knows you in this light. Someone that loves you, has been watching over you this whole time, has been waiting for you. As you move closer to the light, you realize you are now hovering above the ocean once more. You no longer feel the cold wind from the storm. You feel a slight tingling and a gentle warmth. You see them there in that light. The one you've been missing so much. The only person you could want to see right now but couldn't. You can feel them smiling and you see them reach out to you with open arms. The light surrounds you now. As you continue to fly forward into the light, you feel their arms around you and you close your eyes. They are so sorry they couldn't come find you. You had to find them and they couldn't change that. Even though they wanted to come to you, they love you so much. And you can finally be together here, now, in this light.